I am in the Gold Coast today, just arriving for a training session with Australian Olympic coach Dan Atkins, and we're going to run through some triathlon specific training drills.
Hi, I'm Dan Atkins from Triathlon Australia. I'm a high performance triathlon coach. Today I'm about to start a session with Caitlyn Nevins from netball to teach her some running drills and a little bit of efficiency. First and foremost, we have to understand that running in triathlon is fatigue driven. We always run off the bike, so it's important to consider that as we get off the bike, we're trying to run at the same cadence we ride as what we would run as well. That way we'll be efficient through the run and we'll create less fatigue.
It is really challenging starting something new. I competed in Melbourne in a Gatorade series, and then in recent times I did do one event in Caloundra, and at that stage I wasn't ready to run, so I was able to swim, ride, and then I had to walk the run. I think I finished 20th last in the event. It does motivate me to get better across all the disciplines because they're all brand new, and even though I do run in netball, it's quite different doing the sprint compared to a consistent pace, so I'm certainly up for the challenge.
Knee recon, was it?
I had a knee reco 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
But I had microfracturing, so I had a cartilage problem.
Right. Okay.
So they just did microfracturing and put like a paste over it so that my cartilage would regrow.
Right. Right, so you're trying to strengthen around it structurally and...
Lifting weights 3 times a week.
Okay, yeah.
Swimming twice a week.
So for you coming back from this knee injury, it's critical that you get asymmetric with your legs. There's a difference between running fresh on a Sunday morning after you've had a nice long sleep and it's a beautiful day and you're down the beach or whatever you're doing, as opposed to slogging it out in a triathlon. You've swum, you've transitioned, you're on the bike, you're flogging yourself, you get off and then you run. Complete difference, okay? So efficiency is king for us. So running is all about balance, okay? And creating force in the ground. We need to push hard into the ground, okay? The other real important thing about running is your carry. So your carry is your arms. What I want you to do is be as efficient as possible. Shoulders relaxed, elbows in, right? Nice and relaxed. And we've got to always imagine we're running on a line, okay? So if we're running, we've got to make sure that one foot's either side of that line, because at any given time when we lift our leg up, we want to be balanced. In running, especially off the bike, when you're riding your bike, have you ever considered your cadence? Do you know what cadence is? Okay, so you should be riding at 90 to 95 turnover. When you get off and run, you should be running at 90 to 95 turnover. Neural muscular conditioning, okay? That way it's easy for you, for your brain to remember when you get off the bike, oh, well, all we got to do now is create contact with the earth, but we hold the same turnover. What I want to do is go and get my stopwatch, not for timing you, but I want to give you some cadence checks. Because again, if we remember that you're trying to learn to run as a triathlete. So I'm going to show you 2 numbers.
Okay.
All right? 111.8, 98.9. 111.8 is your right leg. 98.9 is your left leg.
All right.
Okay? So what that suggests is that your left leg, or your left foot, is on the ground longer than your right.
Okay.
So remember when I talk about asymmetrics and symmetry with legs and stuff like that, we've got to try and bring those numbers closer together.
Okay.
Right? So what you've got to think about is getting that 98 up to about 100.
Okay.
And bringing that 111 down to maybe 105. To the point where we can get those exact.
How did you calibrate that?
Oh, it's very smart. It's very, very technical.
Okay.
No, what I do, okay, is, so if you're just walking beside me, okay, so when you run, you count 3 in 3. So once my foot hits the ground, then I count for 3. So I go 1, 2, 3. That's my cadence, 81.4.
Okay.
Okay, so because you're running, you're able to get your turnover up quicker.
Okay.
Okay, so it's your job as an athlete, when you're tired and fatigued, to think about form and go, bring in more efficiency. Try and turn over a bit quicker.
That was great.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Can't wait to build up my running now.
Well, come again. And
when's the next triathlon?
coming from her sport, netball, it's a lot different sport to mine, which is triathlon. So I really wanted to make sure, firstly, we were sort of helping Caitlyn understand that we need to protect her knee a little bit, and that if I gave her some technical cues, that she could actually help protect the knee and actually move more efficiently across the ground.
I suppose I really enjoyed going back to basics today, because I know that my technique at the moment with my stage of rehabilitation is not flash. So it was nice to be able to figure out what I need to do and some key areas of focus before I commence my running training. I do feel more confident, and it was really just perfect timing. So it was really helpful and has actually provided a little bit more motivation to train a little bit harder and plan for my next triathlon.